Good morning, Super Readers! Thank you for joining us in our Valley PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Nix.
I'm Mrs. Hammock.
And I'm Mrs. Dang.
This is a place for us to learn, practice, and grow our brains to become even stronger readers, writers, and thinkers. So let's get started by warming up our brains with some
ear training
called Daily Phonemic Awareness. All right, Super Readers, today I've got a little bit of those phoneme categorization, which is just a fancy way of saying I'm going to give you 3 words, and one of them does not go with the others.
Okay.
Doesn't match. I want you to be able to identify which one doesn't belong and tell me why. All right? Okay, so here are your first 3 words. I've got clown, jaws, and sauce. Clown, jaws, sauce.
Oh, I got this one. So, clown says the ow sound, but jaws and sauce say the ah sound. So, clown does not belong.
She got it. How did you do? Great. Let's try another one. How about draw, coat, and, draw, lawn, and boy. Draw, lawn, and boy.
That's an easy one. I got this.
All right.
Because draw says ah. Lawn says ah. A boy says oi.
Boy says
The
oi,
all one
so
in the middle
oi
is
does
tricky.
not belong. Good.
Nope.
All right, last ones. Hope, coat, and dawn. Hope, coat, and dawn.
Okay, did you get it? All right. Hope and coat both say O, but dawn says ah.
You got it. How'd you do, Super Reader? I bet you've been practicing. That's awesome. Keep it up. All right, let's warm up our whole bodies now that we've kind of gotten our brains going just a little bit. So let's start with some music.
All right.
We're gonna warm up in that fire, right?
Let's build a fire, Fiona set to party. Let's build a fire and invite all our friends. You bring the hot dogs, I'll bring the guns. Let's build a fire and we'll have a lot of fun. Let's build a fire, Fiona set to party. Let's build a fire and invite all our friends. You bring the hot dogs, I'll bring the guns. Let's build a fire and we'll have a lot of fun.
Ta-da!
Yay, I love that.
Yes.
All right. Well, now that we're
All
warmed up,
ready.
it's time for us to do some word work. So I'll
Okay.
see you later.
We'll see you in a bit.
All right, Super Readers, are you ready? Okay, you've been doing an excellent job working on our straw card and the 5 spelling patterns that go with it. So let's get started today by reviewing the sound spellings, and then we'll do some blending, and then I have some words that I think we can build with our friends. I even have a little surprise. So here we go. Hey friends, can you come and help us? Hi there, good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Hammock.
Good morning. I'm so excited to see you. I was telling the Super Readers, we're going to review the sound spelling patterns and blend some words together, but then I would like your help building some words, and I kind of have a little surprise up my sleeve.
Ooh, I love surprises.
Okay, are you
Can't
ready?
wait.
I know. I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to be surprised. All right, so let's review first. A says ah,
A
says ah.
and let's read this word.
Alt. Salt.
Good job. A W says ah,
A-W says ah.
Good. And let's read this word.
Law.
Ah.
Good job. All right, let's read this one. A-U says ah.
A-U says ah.
Good. And this word says
Alt. Fault.
good job. A-U-G-H says ah.
A-U-G-H says ah.
Good. And here's our word.
Tot. Tot.
Very nice. And then A-L says ah.
A-L says ah.
And let's read this word.
Ball. Ball.
Ball. Very nice. All right. So today I would like to start with a word that I'm sure you know. And let's start by building the word paw. My dog had a thorn in his paw. So what do you think? Paw. How would we do that?
Well, P,
Okay, that's a good start.
and then ah is the second sound, and we did it yesterday, so it's P-A-W.
Perfect. Very nice. Oops, I only need one of those. Sorry. All right, there we go. Let's see if we got it. Ready?
Ah.
Paw. Perfect. Now, what if I said my dog has 4 paws? What do I need to do to make that say paws?
Pause. Pause? I almost got tricked there because I heard pause, pause. But you said my dog has 4 of them. And I know that means you added an S. I said
That
S.
is right. Because remember from our sound spelling wall over here that Z can sometimes at the end of a word, it is spelled with the S, that Z sound. So it says pause. It does sound like a Z, but remember, it can be spelled with an S. So good thinking,
And I
Ricky.
used my other clues to help me too.
You
did
are
you see, did you hear that,
I
Miss
did.
Because you said 4. You were making it into a plural noun.
Excellent job. And I'm impressed that you remembered that big word plural means more than one. Good for you. Okay, so here is the trick up my sleeve. Are you ready? Okay, so here I have the word paws as in animal feet, right? But there is another type of pause that is a word, and it means to hold or to take a little break or wait. So like if you're watching a movie and you press pause, it stops the movie right where you are until you press play again. How would we spell that kind of pause?
Okay, I have seen that on our remote before.
Okay.
And I remember it doesn't have a W. It has the U, so it has the A-U.
Great observation.
Yeah.
Good looking at words while you're doing things around the house. That's fabulous because you're right.
But there's still a letter that's still missing though, because
Because that doesn't look
that doesn't look right
does
either.
it? Pause.
Pause.
It's a tricky one.
What if it has one of those little sneaky E's at the end?
Oh, you are right. I wish that I had a sneaky E that was black so that you could like memorize that it doesn't make a sound, but that's okay. It is still, it's not a vowel sound, but E is still a vowel, but it doesn't make any sound at all. That was a little bit tricky because it's a kind of ending, right? So pause is what we say when we want to stop something. How'd you do?
I think we did great.
Isn't that amazing? Look at that. We went from paw to paws, meaning animal feet, plural, to paws.
So pause and pause, those are like homophones
Yes.
because they sound the same, but they're spelled differently.
Right. And homophone means they sound, the phone part, they sound the same, but they are spelled different. Very nice.
That was
That's
so
a
good.
tricky bet.
Your
gonna
brains
remember
are
that.
growing, 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 and you're getting so strong. I'm so proud of you. Great effort. Good work.
Awesome.
All right, it's time for us to read our sentence, and I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks for your help. Wow, can you believe that? Do you see how words work together? And when you know one word, you can think about other words that have that same sound, and maybe they're spelled a little different. I think you did great. Let's read our sentence. Did you draw a hawk, a fawn, or a walrus? Draw, hawk, fawn, and walrus. Great job. Let's go see Mrs. Nix and find out about our high frequency words.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mrs. Hammock. And yes, we've got 6 high frequency words that we've been practicing this week, and I have 2 of them today that I want us to focus on. Let's start by reading all of them. Here we go. Friend, love, picture, father, mother, and brother. Good job. Today we're going to focus on these 2 words right here. So this first one is father. Let's go through and spell it. F-A-T-H-E-R. And then we have mother, M-O-T-H-E-R. So very, very similar in their spellings, except for the beginning 2 letters. So keep that in mind. Just visually remember that they're very similar. Now, using them in a sentence. My and tell me to go to bed. So we could say my mother and father, or we could say my father and mother. Does it matter? No, it really doesn't. They could go either way. So we're going to put it in this way. Let's go through and let's read it together. My mother and father tell me to go to bed. Great job. All right, today, to practice some of our high frequency words, I put up some cards right here, and we're going to play a little memory game. Again, this is something that you're able to do with any sort of pieces of paper that you have at home, and just cut them up and make them into little cards. And so I have 4 of them that are here. Now with memory, you can turn a card over, and we need to be able to read it. So what's our word? Father. And I want to find the match. Now today I made my matches be in different colors. So I need 1 orange to go with 1 blue, but they don't always have to be in 2 colors. So which one should we pick? You want to pick this one? All right, let's look. What do we have? What's that word? Picture. Ooh, so that one doesn't go. So let's put it back. So then I could pick out 2 other words and see if I can find them. How about this one? Hey, did we find that one before? We did. It's right there. So then I can leave them, and then I can continue to guess. It's a great game to practice those high frequency words. All right, let's go over. We'll watch our quick video, and then Mrs. Bang is going to help us with some comprehension. We'll see you back here in just a minute.
Helping out at home. How can families help out at home? Home is a very special place. We go there to rest, to play, and to spend time with our families. Home is a place where we feel safe and sound. But it takes more than a home to keep a family happy, healthy, and safe. It takes cooperation and hard work. Each member of the family, from young children to adults, can help out by doing chores. A chore is a job such as cleaning your room or feeding a pet. Chores can happen inside, outside, and even across town. Chores can even be fun, especially when the whole family does them together. An hour of folding laundry can turn into a time for telling stories, laughing, and listening to music. That doesn't sound like work, does it? Helping out at home sometimes means taking care of other people in the family. Do you have an older family member, such as a grandfather or an aunt, who lives in your home or in your neighborhood? It can be difficult for some older people to move around. They might have a hard time doing their own chores. Family members like you can bring them food, go for walks with them, keep them company, and help them around the house. You might also help out a family member who has a disability or an injury. Some children read stories to their brother who is blind, or they carry groceries for their mom who has a sore arm. These are important ways to contribute love and support to your family. Another family chore is babysitting. Do you have older brothers, sisters, aunts, or uncles who take care of you, or who take you to fun places? Or do you help take care of a baby in your family? Sometimes parents want to spend time together or with other friends. Babysitting helps them to do that. The kitchen is often the busiest room in many homes. It is a place where family members make meals, eat, clean up, and then do the same routine again. You have probably noticed that people do a lot of chores in the kitchen. First, it takes work to organize a kitchen. This chore usually happens after a trip to the grocery store. Your mom or dad might ask you to put the food in a cabinet or refrigerator. This keeps the food neat and easy to find. Next, many children help their parents or older siblings prepare meals. They wash vegetables, stir ingredients in a bowl, make sandwiches, or set the table. Some meals, like holiday dinners, take all day to prepare. After you finish your meal, there are more chores to do. Now it's time to clear the table, wash and put away the dishes, and wipe the counters. People spend a lot of time doing kitchen chores, so many families make the kitchen the nicest, coziest room of their home. Roll up your sleeves and pitch in. Of all the family chores that we do outside are often the most fun. These chores change with the seasons. In the fall, leaves need to be raked into piles in the yard. In the winter, family members work together to shovel the snow off the driveway or sidewalks, or to put up holiday decorations. In the spring and summer, families care for their gardens and yards. Some outside chores happen all year long. Children can help take out the trash and recycle, pick up the mail, fill bird feeders, and sweep up the porch or patio. The next time you go outside, take a look around your home. Is anything out of place? Does your yard or porch need cleaning or decoration? If the answer is yes, ask your family how you can help. Outdoor chores help keep us healthy too. We move our bodies, breathe fresh air, spend time with the whole family, and even meet our neighbors. We can accomplish chores faster and have more fun when we help each other. Whenever we do chores, our homes become happier places for everyone.
Did you guys enjoy listening to that story? Now, as you guys were listening, I had a question. I want you to see if you guys can remember or comprehend and go back and think about some of the details in the story. We've been working about how we can all help each other. And in this story, it was all about how families can help each other. So my question was, how can families help out at home? Okay, so I want you guys to go back and comprehend, right? Think about the story, and I want you guys to see if you guys can remember. So in the first picture, they were talking about families helping, and how can they help at home? They can do chores. So what can they do at home together? Let's see if your answer will match mine. So how can families do chores together? They were cleaning their room, they were feeding a pet, or they were folding laundry. Is that what you got? Awesome. Okay, let's keep going. Now, in this picture, how do families help out at home? Do you see that? What do you see? There's a little girl, and it looks like she's with her grandpa. You're right. So how can they help? You're right. They can help by taking care of other people in their families. How do they do that? Well, they can help bring the older family members food and help them around the house. And if they have someone in their family with a disability, they can help them by supporting them, and they can also help babysit, right? That's how families help and take care of each other. Did you guys get that? Awesome. Let's keep going. Now, in the third picture we talked about, you're right, families, and then how can we help each other? Where are they? They were in the kitchen, you're right. So how do families help each other in the kitchen? Do you guys remember some of those details? What do? You're right. So they can, so what kind of chores can they do in the kitchen together? They can put the groceries away, they can prepare meals, they can clear the table, they can wash and put away the dishes, they can wipe the counters. Oh, I hear some of you guys. Is that what you guys do? Is that how your families help each other with the chores in the kitchen? Awesome. Okay, now that last picture. How can families help each other with their chores outside? I'm gonna tell you, that's my least favorite, but I know some of you guys, that's your most favorite. I'm gonna tell you, it's my kids' most favorite chores, is doing all the chores outside. How can, what chores can we do outside together? Well, we can rake the leaves into piles, we can shovel the snow, take out the trash and recycle, sweep up the porch and fill the bird feeders. How did you guys do? Did you guys enjoy that story? Awesome. Now, let's think about what our story was talking about. It was all about how we can help at home, and let's think and try to take that into a writing now. Are you guys ready with our writing? Okay, so let's go into our writing prompt. So today, our writing prompt says, what are some ways to make chores fun? Okay, so there was lots of details in our story that told us how we can help each other with our chores with our families, but I want you guys to think about how we can make chores fun. And I already started with a topic sentence for you. So my topic sentence says, here are some ways to make chores fun. Now, you just have to think of the different ways that we can make chores fun. And you can think about all kinds of chores that we do together. But should we call our friend to come help us? Yes? Okay, let's call our friends and let's see if they can. Oh, hello.
Oh,
Hello, Tina. Hello, Rita.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us today. You guys excited to write today because we're going to write about all the different ways we can make chores fun. Because chores aren't, chores are not that great, but if we can make them fun, I bet we will all enjoy it even better.
Absolutely. And I think we have some ideas because we were talking about it.
Oh, I
before we
love
came
it.
out.
Okay, so what are some ways that we can make chores fun?
Well, I was saying that listening to music is a great way to add fun.
Oh, I like that idea. What a great idea. We can listen to music. It's a great way. It's a great way to add fun. Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah, it passes the time. And you know what else? Another idea is to work together. 'Cause
Working
when we can work
together.
with someone, it always makes it so much more fun. I like working with a partner.
I love it. Another
Me
idea is to
too.
work together because remember, we can have fun together. We're working together and we can get our chores done a lot faster. Can't we?
Oh, yes.
Okay, what other ideas?
One thing I like to do, it's also fun to set a timer and to try to race against the clock and see how fast you could go.
That's a
It's one of my favorites.
great idea, Rita. Oh, I love that. That's a great idea. We can set. It is. Oh, I loved how you started. It is also fun to set a timer and try to race the clock. Great. And we need a closing sentence.
How
What
about
can we
this
write?
one? As you can see, there are ways to make chores fun.
Great closing or concluding sentence. As
was
you can
awesome.
see, there are ways to make chores fun. Now, I hope you guys write all the different ways that you guys can have fun with your chores. And while you guys do that, let's go and see what a friend has for us to read.
Hi boys and girls, this is Miss Darielle from Williams Elementary. I want to give a shout out to Room 6, my first grade class. Hi boys and girls. Anyways, I want you to check out this book. It's called Bad Kitty Searching for Santa. And I love Bad Kitty books because we all love that bad kitty. And it's got really great Christmas pictures. It's a really great story, and I can't wait to read this to my class later. Again, go ahead and check this out at your library. And thank you for watching Valley PBS.
I just love Bad Kitty. That's such a great story.
I have a trick for you.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
I was expecting that.
Why don't we ever tell jokes about pizza?
About pizza?
About pizza?
About pizza.
I don't know. Why?
They're too cheesy.
I think, Ricky, I think you're a little cheesy.
Yep, definitely your jokes.
Yeah. Thanks for watching us on Valley PBS. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.